Hey everybody, Brandon here with iDub Hockey, joined with Aiden, who is the Performance Lab Manager here in CCM's headquarters in Montreal. And we're here to talk about AER-TEC Thermoregulation. Now we've seen this innovation come into the FT6 Pro protective line a couple years ago, into the XF Pro line last year. Once again, it's coming into the FT8 Pro line. Now, we've seen it in different areas throughout the protection, but it's cool to hear the story and how it was born and how it benefits the players. So yeah, how did you guys here in the lab come up with this incredible idea?
Awesome, yeah, thanks. To start off, we first looked at a lot of research partners to understand the effects of fatigue on performance, right? So you can imagine you go to different scenarios when you play multiple shifts, you get fatigued over time, we see a decay in performance or a drop. And our friends at the University of Ottawa have been studying what we call thermoregulation, or the body's ability to cool itself down, for a very long time. And that research actually stemmed from military or tactical combat situations where they would measure core body temperature of different military personnel in combat scenarios and understand how increased temperatures affected or decreased their performance, whether that came to accuracy of shooting or running performance, or many of the other tasks that they do. And so for us, it was a way to say, if heating up the body too much affects performance, how hot are hockey players getting? So we need to understand and do some research with them to understand, both men and women, what are those effects and how does that then affect performance, whether it's shooting, skating, reaction time, decision making, right?
Right.
And so we really had to target specific areas on the body
to
explore that.
So when you guys were going through your research and development with AER-TEC Thermoregulation, what benefits did you guys see when it came to hockey players in an intense game?
Yeah, so what we see through different scenarios is players are able to make decisions faster. So that means that they're gonna have more chances of getting the puck on and off their stick. They're gonna have more decisions of making that crisp pass or getting the puck out of their zone. When players become fatigued with gear that's not as breathable, it hinders their performance. And as the game goes on, it gets worse and worse. The body starts to sweat, it tries to cool itself down. Where AER-TEC really benefits is all of the areas from head to toe where you have that thermoregulation story. Its ability to cool itself down happens at a faster rate, and it keeps the player fresher for longer. So yes, we still see a slight decrease in performance as fatigue sets in, but the drop or the rate of that decay is much less than if you have non-AER-TEC equipment.
Now, all those benefits are super exciting. And so how in the lab were you able to measure those benefits?
Yeah, so it starts with instrumenting the right measurement techniques and equipment. So for us, that involves putting different sensors on the body. So you can do everything from measuring heart rate, the heart rate throughout the testing session. We can look at different sensors we put on strategic locations on the body, the back, the chest, legs, lower body, to measure that temperature at the skin level, as well as looking at using a thermal gun to look at the images to see areas that are hot versus areas that are cold. So we can look at the dissipation or the evaporation and see how that's affecting the body's temperature through images. So you can see right away, without AER-TEC, you get a lot more of those red areas, and with AER-TEC, you get a lot more blue in those cooler images.
And those changes aren't minimal either. They're pretty drastic.
Absolutely.
After seeing them. So for that player who's looking to have that extra endurance and overtime, this is where to go.
Exactly.
Aiden, I just want to say thank you so much for walking us through AER-TEC Thermoregulation and having us out.
No problem, thank you.
For you at home, if you're looking to get your hands on CCM product that has AER-TEC Thermoregulation, you can head over to icewarehouse.com.